Welcome to the Emerging History channel. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out more videos like this one. Iwo Jima, 1945. A military jeep sits helplessly buried in the soft volcanic ash of the beachhead. Navigating this treacherous terrain proved a constant struggle for American forces attempting to move supplies inland during the battle. USA 1950s police officers test an early bulky speed radar unit positioned on the side of a rural highway. This pioneering technology marked the beginning of a new era in traffic enforcement across the American landscape. France 1916. A lone British soldier stands knee-deep in a massive field of spent artillery shell casings. This striking image illustrates the staggering industrial scale of the barrages that defined the brutal attrition of World War I. Kazakh SSR, 1980s. A man poses confidently before a towering Soyuz rocket at the Baikonur Cosmodrome. This site served as the primary gateway for the Soviet space program, launching historic missions into the final frontier. Seattle, 1939. A worker stands amidst towering stacks of timber at the Seattle Cedar Lumber Manufacturing Yard. Alfred Eisenstadt captures the immense scale of the Pacific Northwest's logging industry during its most productive years. North Carolina, 1914. The Paget family poses outside their rural home, highlighting a period where total illiteracy affected many isolated communities. Their story was documented as part of early efforts to improve national education and literacy. Say 1948. A local milkman and his loyal terrier posed proudly at the back of a delivery truck. This charming scene captures a classic American neighborhood ritual before the rise of modern supermarket chains. Nevada, 1953. A mother and son watch the distant mushroom cloud of a nuclear test from the safety of their yard. During the Cold War, atomic testing became a common, if eerie, spectator event. Seattle, 1942. A nearly complete B-17F Flying Fortress stands on the busy production line at the Boeing plant. These flying fortresses were essential to the Allied air campaign, built in massive numbers by American workers. Nagasaki, 1945. A young survivor of the atomic blast holds a simple rice ball amidst the total devastation. This colorized image brings a visceral human connection to the immediate aftermath of the nuclear catastrophe. Andes Mountains, 1972. Survivors of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 huddle near the wreckage of their plane after 72 days. In the freezing wilderness, 16 people were remarkably rescued in a story of incredible endurance. SA, 1865. George Armstrong Custer poses for a portrait during the final months of the American Civil War. This image captures the young ambitious officer before his legendary and fatal stand at Little Big Horn. Arkansas, 1914. A family poses before their modest log home in the rugged Ozark Mountains. This portrait provides a rare glimpse into the self-sufficient, isolated lifestyle of rural families in the early 20th century. Iran, 1970s. A representative of the Literacy Corps teaches a classroom of intrigued schoolchildren in a rural village. This educational initiative was part of a major effort to modernize the nation and increase literacy. USA Date Unknown AI. On sailor aboard the submarine USS 31 cradles a small fox. The crew's official mascot animals were often kept as companions to boost morale during long, cramped deployments under the sea. SA 1958. A scientist observes a kitten during a weightlessness experiment inside a high-altitude aircraft. These early tests were vital precursors to human spaceflight, helping researchers understand how the body reacts to zero gravity. Budapest, 1944. Thick black smoke rises from the industrial district of Untold following a devastating Allied carpet bombing. The fires could be seen across the city as the war reached the Hungarian capital. France, 1941. A war artist sits amidst the ruins of a coastal town, sketching the landscape during the German occupation. His work served to document the physical and psychological toll of the conflict on Europe. Say, 1943. A female welder pauses to adjust her protective goggles at a busy shipyard during the war. Millions of women joined the industrial workforce, proving essential in building the nation's massive naval fleet. Door, Louis, 1965. A woman in a bright yellow dress navigates a rainy city street under a large umbrella. This vibrant street scene captures a simple, elegant moment of daily life in mid-60s Missouri. Japan, 1880. A woman in traditional winter attire holds a parasol while walking through a snow-covered landscape. This elegant photograph reflects the timeless beauty and seasonal rituals of the late 19th century Meiji era. Say, 1944. A young Air Corps pilot prepares for a training flight in a Boeing PT-17 Stearman. These rugged biplanes were the primary trainers for thousands of aviators who flew in the Second World War. Chicago. 1949 publicists for the AMA develop a strategic campaign to oppose President Truman's federal health insurance proposal. This early public relations battle shaped the future of the American healthcare debate for decades. Assam, 1860, Abelo Chulikata, a Mishmi chief, poses for a formal portrait during the British Raj. This early image preserves the traditional dress and authoritative presence of a leader from the northeastern frontier. USA, 1840. This retouched image is considered the earliest known photograph of a young, beardless Abraham Lincoln. It offers a rare look at the future president, long before the weight of war. Poland, 1941. Dictators Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini stand together during a visit to the Brest fortress. This meeting of the Axis leaders occurred as their forces pushed deeper into Soviet-controlled territory. Germany, 1944. Adolf Hitler poses with a group of Luftwaffe pilots following an award ceremony at the Eagle's Nest. These highly decorated heroes were celebrated by the regime as the war turned against them. New York City, 1971. An aerial view captures the massive steel skeletons of the World Trade Center towers during construction. This engineering feat forever changed the Manhattan skyline and became a global symbol of commerce. Berlin, 1929. A clandestine seller pours illegal drinks on a street corner during a late-night gathering. Despite local regulations, the city's vibrant and rebellious nightlife continued to thrive in the shadow of political unrest. London, 1940. A young girl sits calmly amidst the debris of her home following an air raid. Cecil Beaton's colorized photograph became a powerful symbol of British endurance and childhood innocence during the Blitz. UK, 1964. A young Alan Rickman enjoys a relaxed smoke years before becoming a celebrated icon of stage and screen. This early candid shot captures the future star long before his legendary Hollywood roles. Russia, 1917. Alexander Kerensky serves as a pivotal leader during the transition from the Tsar's abdication to the Bolshevik Revolution. He later spent over 50 years in exile, witnessing his nation's transformation from afar. London, 1967. The Beatles gather for an alternate take during the iconic Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band photo shoot. This session resulted in one of the most famous album covers in musical history. South Dakota 1990 American Indians ride across the snowy plains to Wounded Knee to mark the centennial of the massacre. This solemn journey served as a powerful act of remembrance and cultural resilience. Athens 1896 American athlete Robert Garrett prepares to compete in the discus throw during the first modern Olympic Games. Despite limited training, he became an unexpected champion, securing his place in sporting history. Japan, 1945. An American Marine offers a cigarette to a Japanese soldier who had been hiding among the dead. This brief moment of humanity occurred amidst the final brutal days of the Pacific Campaign. North Vietnam, 1967, captured naval aviator Everett Alvarez is photographed with a prison guard during his long captivity. Shot down in 1964, he became one of the longest-held prisoners of war in American history. France, 1918. American soldiers gather in a quiet church in the Argonne forest. To hear a comrade play the organ, this peaceful respite offered a rare moment of spiritual comfort during the Great War. Belgium, 1944. Soldiers of the 75th Infantry Division marched down a silent, snow-covered road in the Ardennes forest. They were moving into position to face the German offensive during the freezing Battle of the Bulge. Fessé, 1945. A massive crowd of jubilant American soldiers crowds the deck of a transport ship as they return home. Their arrival marked the end of years of service and the beginning of peace. Washington, D.C. 1988. An AIDS activist takes part in a major protest outside the FDA headquarters. Their mission was to demand faster access to life-saving medications, forever changing the landscape of medical advocacy. France, 1944. An American medical officer bandages a soldier's hand on a beachhead during the D-Day landings. This vital care provided on the shore was the first step in a long journey toward recovery. Italy, 1944. American soldiers work frantically to free a comrade buried under debris following a heavy bombardment. This moment of desperate teamwork highlights the constant dangers faced during the grueling Italian campaign. Essex, 1939. A farmer applies white stripes to his black cows to ensure they are visible to motorists during the blackout. This practical measure helped prevent accidents on dark roads during the wartime emergency. Ethiopia, 1924. An Ethiopian intellectual sits reflectively before his home in a rare portrait of the nation's scholarly class. This image captures the quiet dignity of a man dedicated to learning and culture. Ireland, 1920. An airplane sits precariously atop the roof of a house on Barrack Street following a crash. This unusual accident drew a large crowd of onlookers to the site in Waterford. India, 19th century patrons gather in an opium den in Calcutta, then a major hub for the drug trade. These establishments were a controversial part of the city's social fabric during the British colonial era. London, 1937. Andrew Bonar Law inspects a troop of Boy Scouts at Kew during a ceremonial gathering. These youth organizations were a central part of British life, fostering discipline and community spirit. Paris, 1868. André Rebouçais, a brilliant Brazilian engineer and abolitionist, poses for a portrait while in exile. A pioneering inventor, he dedicated his life to social justice and the modernization of his homeland. Essay, 1956. A young patient interacts with a friendly animal as part of an early medical therapy session. This pioneering approach recognized the healing power of animals in helping patients recover and find comfort. Yes, in 1901, Annie Edson Taylor prepares to become the first person to survive a trip over Niagara Falls in a barrel. At age 63, her daring stunt made her an overnight sensation. Europe, 1940s. A black soldier serving in the Wehrmacht shares a laugh. With his comrades, this rare photograph highlights the diverse backgrounds of individuals who found themselves within the ranks of the German military. SA 1970. Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan, poses for a dramatic portrait. His controversial philosophy and theatrical style made him a prominent and polarizing figure in American counterculture. Washington, D.C. 1979 leaders Anwar Sadat, Jimmy Carter, and Menahem begin join hands following the signing of the Israel-Egypt peace treaty. This historic accord marked a major step toward stability in the Middle East. San Francisco, 1906 citizens stand on a hill watching in shock as massive fires consume buildings on Market Street. The Great Earthquake and subsequent inferno destroyed much of the city, leaving thousands homeless. Mexico, 1947, archaeologists meticulously study a colossal Olmec stone head discovered in the jungles of La Venta. These ancient monuments provide vital clues to the origins of the first major civilization in Mesoamerica. Zagreb, 1941, German panzer units roll through crowded streets during the Axis invasion of Yugoslavia. This military show of force marked the beginning of a brutal occupation and the collapse of the kingdom. Cuba, 2002. Australian captive David Hicks arrives at Camp X-Ray at the Guantanamo Bay Naval Station. His arrival marked the beginning of years of legal and political controversy surrounding the detention center. Afghanistan, 2007, Australian soldiers fly a Nazi flag from their vehicle while operating in the remote mountains. The incident sparked a major investigation and widespread condemnation of the soldiers' conduct during the deployment. Dagestan, 1883. An Avarian woman poses in her traditional ornate costume as members of the largest ethnic group in the mountainous region. The Avars maintain a rich and distinct cultural identity near the Caspian. USA, 1947. Baseball legends Babe Ruth and Yogi Berra share a quiet conversation on the field. This meeting of two generations of Yankees icons remains a cherished moment in the history of the sport. New York, 1952. A crowd gathers at Coney Island to help following a minor accident on the crowded beach. This candid scene captures the energy and communal spirit of New York's favorite summer destination. Berlin, 1975. An aerial view shows the stark line of the Berlin Wall cutting through the heart of Potsdamer Platz. For decades, this barrier served as a powerful symbol of the Cold War's division. USA, 1968. Bill English prepares for the mother of all demos, where he showcased the first computer mouse. This revolutionary invention forever changed how humans interact with technology and the digital world. Ireland, 1966, blindfolded Ira. Yet trainees practice assembling and disassembling weapons at a hidden training camp. This secret instruction was a vital part of maintaining the readiness of the paramilitary organization during the conflict. Copenhagen, 1917, competitors pedal their watercycles during a boat bike race at the Danish Water Sports Carnival. This whimsical event showcase the era's love for unusual inventions and competitive outdoor festivities. New York, 1942. Young boys scale a wooden wall during a challenging obstacle course in Queens. These physical fitness programs were designed to build strength and discipline in American youth during the war years. Italy, 1944. Brazilian Air Force pilots pose proudly with their P-47 fighter plane, damaged by German bombs. Their service in the Italian campaign marked a significant contribution to the Allied victory in Europe. London, 1916. A female train conductor works on the Metropolitan Railway during the First World War. With men away at the front, women stepped into essential roles to keep the capital's transport moving. New York, 1946. An aerial view shows the massive Brooklyn Army Terminal, a vital supply base during both World Wars. Its 5 million square feet of warehouse space fueled the global logistics of the American military. France, 1944. The charred remains of a German tank and its crew seated on a road in the Falaise Pocket. This brutal image captures the total destruction of Axis forces during the Allied breakout from Normandy. England, 1892. This historic photograph captures Butcher's Row in Coventry, a narrow medieval street filled with timber-framed buildings. These ancient structures were later lost, but their memory remains as a testament to the city's past. Burbank, 1968. Caltech students gather outside NBC studios to protest the rumored cancellation of Star Trek. Their vocal support helped save the show, turning it into a lasting cultural phenomenon for generations. Saint-Malo, 1944. A long column of captured German prisoners of war marches through the streets of a liberated French town. This rare color photograph documents the scale of the Nazi defeat following the Normandy landings. USA, 1960. Young Caroline Kennedy walks ahead of her father, the future president, who carries her small toy. This charming family moment captures the private life of the man who would lead the free world. London, 1860. Polymath Charles Babbage poses for a portrait late in his life known as the father of the computer. His designs for the difference engine laid the groundwork for all modern computing technology. UK, 2001. Charles Bronson, often called the most violent prisoner in Britain, is captured in a rare photograph. His life of prolonged isolation and physical outbursts made him a notorious and controversial figure in the penal system. Washington, 1901. Charlie Edgerton and Will Brumgren pose beside a massive fir tree. They have just felled. These early loggers faced incredible physical challenges to harvest the ancient forests of the Pacific Northwest. USA, 1881. Chief Low Dog, an Oglala Lakota leader, poses for a formal portrait, a veteran of the Battle of Little Bighorn. He remained a powerful figure in his community struggle to preserve their land and culture.